Cadillac is slowly but surely shaping up their priorities for 2026. And although the team principal has been confirmed for the first season, the latest developments surrounding her could completely change the way the American team thinks about its future. With the driver philosophy shifting day after day, moving from a too-experienced driver approach to a mix of one veteran and one young talent, and with her suddenly available, the question becomes, what will Cadillac's first year in Formula One look like in terms of personnel? It's no secret that Cadillac is currently in talks with almost anyone available at this stage of the Formula One news cycle. And now, with her officially no longer a part of Red Bull, the perspective inside the American squad may be prone to shifting. When Cadillac announced their 2026 Formula One entry with Ferrari-powered engines, the role of team principal was initially given to Graham Loden. However, recent reports coming out of German media have sparked a fascinating conversation. What if Cadillac were to appoint her as their team principal, now that the Brit is available, of course? From a surface perspective, this is just media speculation, and we cannot rely too heavily on that. But when you really think about it, the move makes sense. As rookies on the grid, what Cadillac needs most is experience. This is precisely why they have been taking so long to finalize their driver lineup, carefully weighing options between Valtteri Bottas and Sergio Perez. Now, imagine how massive of a challenge it would be for the team principal, the one meant to steer the team upward, to be an inexperienced figure. Bringing her in would be a win. She would gain a new challenge in shaping an underdog team with no F1 track record, while Cadillac would instantly benefit from 2 decades of knowledge and leadership experience. Not only would this offer Cadillac credibility from day one, but it would also serve as her ultimate chance for redemption, to prove to Red Bull and the entire paddock that she was never the problem. Now, I have no criticism for Graham Loden, but if we're being honest, comparing him to her doesn't leave much room for debate about who is more capable of leading Cadillac to success. Yes, the last couple of years of her career haven't been her proudest, and that stigma could leave a permanent mark on her future endeavors. But Formula One can also be a surprisingly forgiving environment. Michael Andretti himself has pointed out that F1 must be about opportunity, not just punishment. Just look at Red Bull. The performances of Lawson and Tsunoda have shown that Perez was never the sole problem. Why not extend the same philosophy to her as well? At this stage, the idea may sound far-fetched, but I do believe it's one Cadillac will at least entertain over the coming weeks. Her options are limited. Either she takes on a new team principal role, or she tries to buy into a team like Alpine as a co-owner. But realistically, a 20% stake in Alpine would cost over $300 million, a massive financial wall to climb. Even other potential pathways, such as joining Aston Martin in an executive capacity, come with astronomical financial barriers. That's why Cadillac presents the best fit, a new team. Much like Red Bull in 2005, except this time, the leader would be someone with 2 decades of experience. But if Cadillac does go this route, who would she lead? Even if Cadillac decides not to replace Loden and this bold idea never sees the light of day, they still have one huge decision to make. Their driver lineup. The current belief is that Perez and Bottas are battling for the experienced seat, while Cadillac intends to place a younger driver in the second slot. That philosophy will soon be tested. On the Bottas front, we've had an interesting update from Toto Wolff, who elaborated on the future of his former driver. Wolff said, "We know Valtteri's priority is to try and find a race seat for 2026. He's eminently qualified to do that, and I'd say he's a front-running candidate in that regard as well. If that doesn't happen for whatever reason, then we would be very open to looking at how we can continue together. But we know his priority is to do that, and we hope that in hindsight, we will have been able to be a platform for him to achieve that goal as well." And honestly, you can't blame Wolff for wanting to keep Bottas around. Drivers of his caliber don't come around easily. Let's not forget, while paired with Hamilton at Mercedes, Bottas never missed a single Q3 appearance. That consistency allowed him to bank 10 race wins across 5 years with the Silver Arrows, and that's exactly why Cadillac has him at the very top of their list. The same goes for Sergio Perez, who despite his struggles in the new regulations, remains the only Red Bull teammate to finish runner up in the Drivers' Championship while Verstappen took the crown, something even Mark Webber never managed during Red Bull's golden era from 2010 to 2013. But here's where the her factor could complicate everything. If Cadillac replaces Loden with her, would Perez want to join? It's important to clarify, she wasn't solely responsible for Perez's struggles. Red Bull's operating philosophy has always been ruthless, adapt or be replaced. Unfortunately, it's not a one-person issue. Just look at Yuki Tsunoda. His situation highlights the same principle. The team won't adapt the car to the driver must adapt to the car, and if he can't, he'll be gone before 2026. Perez, however, brings a major financial incentive. His sponsors are rumored to be ready to pour $30 million into Cadillac if he's signed. That kind of money is hard to ignore, but it comes with risk. If Perez underperforms, Cadillac could find themselves stuck with a costly mistake. Bottas, on the other hand, offers proven winning experience. Even through his rough Alfa Romeo stint, he's remained an invaluable contributor. Bradley Lord, Mercedes' chief of communications, even credited Bottas with playing a crucial role in developing Kimi Antonelli. That kind of influence and mentorship is exactly what a new team like Cadillac would need. And then there's the second seat. For a while, many believed Mick Schumacher had the edge. But recent reports suggest he's more likely headed to WEC. That hurts his Formula One prospects, as reserve roles don't guarantee anything. Felipe Drugovich, however, has emerged as a serious contender, reminding everyone of his dominant F2 championship season. If Tsunoda becomes available though, things could shift dramatically. Compared to other prospects, like Jack Crawford or Alex Dunn, Tsunoda brings far more F1 experience. He's raced in both midfield and backmarker cars, and while his Red Bull performances haven't impressed, a change of environment could reignite his drive. At the end of the day, Cadillac is making serious moves, with her now on the market, and drivers like Bottas and Perez fighting for a seat. They have some of the best opportunities in front of them. A dream lineup of two veteran drivers paired with an experienced team principal could propel them far beyond expectations in their very first season. The question is, will Cadillac be bold enough to make this move, or will they play it safe with Lowden and a rookie driver? Let us know what you think in the comments below. And once you do that, don't forget to click on the video appearing on your screen right now.